Picture this. The party was great. Good music, good food, good people. Nothing went wrong. No drama, no arguments. By every measure, it was a perfect night. But the moment you get home, close the door behind you, and sit on your bed, something strange happens. You feel completely destroyed. Not tired like after a workout. Destroyed. Like someone reached inside your chest and unplugged your power source. And the worst part? You can't explain it. Because nothing bad happened. So why do you feel like you just survived a war? Most people hear this and immediately say, "Oh, you're just an introvert." But that's too simple. And honestly, it's wrong. Because this exhaustion isn't about being shy. It isn't about hating people. Some of the warmest, most socially confident people in the world come home after a great evening and feel exactly this kind of emptiness. This is something deeper. Something neurological. And once you understand what's actually happening inside your brain during social interactions, you'll never look at yourself the same way again. Let's go inside the brain for a moment. Every social interaction you have costs energy. Real, biological energy. Not a metaphor, actual glucose consumed by your neurons. But here's what most people don't know. Not all brains spend that energy at the same rate. Neuroscientists have identified something called neural sensitivity, how intensely your brain processes incoming information. Sights, sounds, facial expressions, tone of voice, body language, emotional undercurrents in the room. For most people, the brain runs a basic scan. Surface level. Enough to follow the conversation, laugh at the right moments, and go home feeling fine. But for some people, and you may be one of them, the brain runs a full deep scan. Every single second. You're not just hearing what someone says. You're analyzing how they said it. You're catching the micro-tension between two friends across the room. You're feeling the emotional atmosphere of the entire space like a weather system pressing down on you. Your brain isn't broken. It's just running at a much higher processing cost than everyone else at that table. And this creates 3 invisible energy drains most people never notice. Drain 1: the masking tax. Every social environment has unwritten rules. Smile here. Laugh there. Look interested even when you're not. For most people, this is automatic. Effortless. But for a high-sensitivity brain, every moment of social performance requires conscious effort. You are always, on some level, managing how you come across. And that management burns through your mental fuel faster than anything else. Scientists call this emotional labor. And studies show it is one of the most cognitively expensive activities a human brain can perform. Drain 2: the empathy overload. You walk into a room and without meaning to, you absorb the emotional state of everyone in it. Your friend is pretending to be happy but isn't. You feel it. A stranger across the room is anxious. You feel that too. There's a quiet tension between two people that nobody else has noticed. You noticed. You didn't choose to collect all of this. Your nervous system just did it automatically. And by the end of the night, you're not just carrying your own emotional weight. You're carrying everyone else's. Drain 3: the processing backlog. Even after you leave, your brain doesn't clock out. It replays the evening. That weird pause after you told that joke. The moment someone's expression shifted. The comment that felt slightly off. Your brain files all of it. Reviews all of it. Searches for meaning in all of it. While everyone else fell asleep the moment their head hit the pillow, you're still awake at 2 a.m. mentally reconstructing a dinner conversation from 6 hours ago. Here's what this all means. You are not antisocial. You are not broken. You do not secretly hate people. You are simply running more sophisticated software on more sensitive hardware. And sophisticated systems require more recovery time. That is not a flaw. That is a design feature. Think about a professional athlete. After peak performance, their body needs recovery. Nobody calls that weakness. Nobody says you shouldn't need rest after giving everything you had. Your social exhaustion is the same thing. It is the cost of showing up fully present, fully feeling, and fully aware in a world that mostly runs on autopilot. The question is not how to stop feeling exhausted. The question is how to recover smarter. Principle 1: Protect your recharge window. After any significant social event, build an intentional alone time before your next obligation. Not optional. Not if you feel like it. Mandatory. Treat it like charging a phone. You would not unplug a phone at 10% and immediately use it for another 6 hours. Principle 2: Choose depth over frequency. One deep conversation with one person you genuinely connect with costs far less energy than 3 hours of surface-level socializing with a crowd. Stop forcing yourself to attend everything. Start choosing the interactions that actually fill you rather than drain you. Principle 3: Stop labeling the exhaustion as failure. The moment you come home wrecked and think, "What is wrong with me?" you add shame on top of exhaustion. And shame is its own energy drain. Instead, try this. Name it neutrally. My system worked hard tonight. Now it needs rest. That single reframe saves you from the spiral that makes everything worse. The world needs people who actually feel things. People who notice. People who absorb. People who care enough to run the deep skin when everyone else stays on the surface. Yes, it costs more. Yes, recovery takes longer. But the depth of experience you carry, the richness of how you actually live inside each moment, that is something most people will never access. You are not too sensitive for this world. This world is just not used to people who actually show up completely. If you recognize yourself in this video, drop a comment below. Tell me which of the 3 drains hits you the hardest? I'd genuinely like to know. If this brought you value, hit like and share it with someone who always seems fine on the outside but comes home and needs 3 days to recover. You might just help them understand themselves for the first time. I'm Charles. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Goodbye, and I'll see you next time.